Welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Branson Quirk.
And I am Babcock.
This is the third annual afternoon TMZ podcast.
I feel lucky to have been here all 3 days.
All 3 days.
It's been
and
fun.
It's going well.
Yeah.
It's going well.
I like it. I'm
You've
having
not
fun.
skipped a beat.
Tough topic, but...
Very tough topic. Yeah. It's been a really hard week for everybody here. I always get... And I have a lot of anxiety in reading these stories, doing these stories on the news. Always fills me with anxiety, especially when there's so much unknown. By the way, really jealous you have coffee there.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny, Brent? This is actually hot chocolate, like I'm a little kid. It's hot chocolate.
Are you serious?
I'm a
hot
literal
chocolate.
child.
Really?
Yeah, it's not great. It's from the...
I love that.
The Starbucks machine.
Is it good?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
You want to know why?
I'll put a little milk when I make it at home.
That's
you know what I mean? It's water. So
it's water.
Yeah.
Anytime there's water hot chocolate,
right? It's not great, but I'm kind of desperate. So that's here we go. Cheers, guys.
I got water here, so
yeah. All right. Yeah, they got to stay hydrated. You know what? It's funny you say that. It's like it is such a heavy topic, and I think a lot of times like we talk about these stories and it's just names and details, but when you really sit and think of it and you watch the video that Savannah and her brother and sister made yesterday, you really feel like, wow, this is their mother, and you can only imagine what they must be feeling right now.
Right, and we talked about this morning. We showed the video. We do have the video. We were going to play it again in case you missed it. This is Savannah Guthrie with her siblings pleading with this alleged ransom.
She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen.
Wow. Very hard to hear that.
It is. You can just hear it in their voice as Savannah and her brother and her sister spoke. And I think, to me, Branson, I don't know if you've read this any differently, but when she says we're ready to talk, I think that was clearly a message to whoever the potential captors are. We are open to talking, and we will pay a ransom if that's ultimately what it requires. That's the way I read that.
Right. And then, of course, later on throughout the day, a lot of updates came in. The Pima County Sheriff held a press conference and revealed a few things. We'll start with the timeline before we get to these deadlines that are very concerning. There's a timeline in which Nancy Guthrie, January 31st on Saturday. So I'm just going to go through the timeline as I see it here, word for word. So at 5:32 p.m., Nancy travels to the local family home.
Okay. She took an Uber there. We're hanging out at a local family.
She was with her family, Annie, the family playing games and so forth. 9:48 p.m., the family drops Nancy off at home and the garage door opens. 9:50, garage door closes. So it sounds like they have a really what's the word? They have a very good,
very specific and detailed. Right. And that's the last time she is seen.
So what it looks like is the garage, to know it closed, you would have that connected to maybe a device.
Right.
Check that.
It would seem like.
And then February 1st, this is very early in the morning that same night, 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera disconnects. That's the key point here. And then 2:12 a.m., the software detects a person on camera, but there's no video available, no subscription. If you know these Ring cameras, you can get different subscriptions, and it seems like she didn't have the one that allowed video to be saved.
Right. I think it would essentially just alert you if somebody was at the door, but it doesn't actually record. You can't go back and watch that video, which is really unfortunate here.
It's very unfortunate because if she had that subscription, this would be a completely different investigation. Or this may have never even happened. It just makes me wonder, what did this person know about her to know that she didn't have this on video?
Because you imagine they would have been captured on video there, and who knows what disguise they had or what was covered or what wasn't, but they would have been caught on camera.
In 2:28 a.m., her pacemaker app shows a disconnect from her phone.
Right. I think that could be she's taken away from her phone and then there's no connection anymore. Not necessarily that the pacemaker stops, right?
I think it's on Bluetooth.
Yeah.
As I know people that have those, it's on Bluetooth.
Right.
So once you're away a certain amount of yards, because that's a good 20 minutes, 24 minutes between software detecting the person and the pacemaker.
Right.
That sounds like quick struggle, taken out of the house and taken quickly.
Right.
And that's a really interesting time too. 2:20 a.m. You don't see anybody up at 2 a.m. really outside, especially in a neighborhood like this, family neighborhood.
Right.
It's like it's the perfect time to do something like this.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, 11:56 a.m., the family checks on Nancy. No word. Someone from church had reported that she didn't come to church. 12:03 p.m. 911 was called, and then 12:15 patrol arrives, and then here we are now, days later. So this is really, really concerning because this is not a lot of information. This is just a very quick.
Right. I mean, this is straight. Like literally, this is what the police ended up putting out today. And look, I think some people have accused them of the Pima County Sheriff of being in over their head. I don't know. But it does seem like they don't have a whole bunch.
Well, they believe that she's alive.
Right.
They've said this. So there's this ransom note that they've obviously taken a lot more seriously since it's been revealed. Now, in this press conference, the FBI confirmed that this ransom letter had deadlines, and we knew that. But now they've revealed these deadlines, saying that there's two deadlines. The first deadline is 5 p.m. local time on February 5th. So that's today. And then after this, the demand in the letter changes. The second deadline is Monday, February 9th. Authorities note that missing this deadline on Monday, this coming Monday, carries a, quote, more serious consequence.
Right. A very serious consequence. What the FBI said, and specifically the part that Branson just referenced, that is what was in the message that we got Tuesday morning.
They did not disclose what exactly happens if the deadlines are missed.
No.
But when you read that,
it's pretty ominous.
It's very obvious what that could mean.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is so hard to hear.
No, it is. And I think it's, and you just said it, Branson, that they are taking this seriously. And I think that's the way you've got to handle it because, I mean, God forbid if you were to assume that it wasn't true and then you find out that you didn't act on it because you thought it was fake.
Right.
Why would they send a letter to the media and then something bad happens and there's a bad outcome here? Assume it's true, assume it's real, and if it's not, then okay, fine, maybe we wasted some time running the leads down. But I think you got to handle it that way.
Right, exactly. And two, they offered a $50,000 reward for any information leading to her return. Now, going past this, they also, the FBI, they had a few things here. There was someone arrested today as well that sent a bogus ransom letter as well. Now, this is why I think that this ransom letter that they're being very serious about is legitimate. And because the FBI, they don't mess around. No. They know what they're doing. They're very good at tracing things. So let me just give you some details about this person who was arrested. So the FBI arrested a Los Angeles man who allegedly had been texting Nancy Guthrie's family about Bitcoin. This allegedly happened after the first ransom note came out and was sent out to outlets. According to new federal court documents obtained by TMZ, this man's name is Derek Kalela. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but he had been texting Nancy's daughter Annie and son-in-law Tommaso Cioni, saying, "Did you get the Bitcoin we're waiting on our end for the transaction, on our end for the transaction?"
You know what and I'm speculating a little bit here, Branson, but it seems like somebody that obviously heard either what we have said about the letter we received or what the police have said. We have said that they did not request U.S. currency. They didn't want dollars, but they wanted Bitcoin. Somebody who heard that and said, hey, I'm going to maybe piggyback off of this letter. Imagine how disgusting of a person you've got to be to send that to the family.
Right. And this guy used a virtual phone number to send the messages, and the FBI claims it was not hard for them to trace this. It was registered to an email account using his first and last name. So very sloppy.
Right. Sounds like the kind of idiot that would, this is my words, an idiot that would do something like this.
Now, they did reveal a couple of the items on the ransom letter, saying that there was mention of an Apple Watch and a mention of a floodlight. Didn't really go into too many details about that, but that alone is why I believe that they're taking this extremely seriously.
Right.
This person sounds like they know what they're doing.
Right. And these are things that, at least to my knowledge, hadn't been talked about prior. So you say, okay, if somebody were to include these details, do they know something that the public at large doesn't know? Does that indicate then that, yeah, they were there that morning and they were the ones behind it?
Right. And we talk about this each day. Time is of the essence here. She needs to take her medications.
Yeah.
It's 5 days since Saturday?
So if we figure it happened, so well, let's say it happened 2:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, right? Then so Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. So tonight at in a few hours, we're 5 full days.
Gosh, I really hope that they find this person and this person just gets not just the book thrown at them, but tell me this. In Arizona, is the death penalty?
I would
I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
but this guy deserves.
I know at some point they did. I don't remember. I don't know what the current law is now, but yeah.
I say this guy. I don't know the gender of this person, but this doesn't happen.
Right.
This doesn't happen ever. When have we heard of this happening?
You don't
in America.
84-year-old people. You don't kidnap anybody,
people.
But I mean, come on.
Right, and this I think too. We spoke about this before that. When there's terrorists, we don't negotiate with them. America does not negotiate with terrorists, right? Then we should not negotiate with domestic terrorists.
Right. I think because you can see it. I mean, if you do pay, and then what's to stop the next person from saying, "Hey, I'm going to do that because I want to get a payday."
It inspires.
But I do also understand too from the Guthrie family. They're like, "Hey, look, Savannah has done incredibly well for herself. I don't know how the other family members are doing financially, but hey, if I can get mom back and it costs me some money, then." I understand it.
Right. I completely understand that. Well, moving on from this, we really hope that tomorrow we have a better update for you really, because the weekend is coming up. And that, again, the deadlines that they mentioned, again, coming up.
Right.
Horrible.
By tomorrow, one of the deadlines will have passed.
Right. And that's 2 hours from now. Less than 2 hours is the first deadline. Well, let's talk about the Super Bowl this weekend.
Yeah, some happier news.
You are the executive producer of TMZ Sports.
Yeah.
What do you got going on this weekend? Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm really excited for the game. Obviously, the Seahawks and the Patriots played about 10 or so years ago. Crazy ending to that game. So you've got a rematch. There's a lot of really compelling storylines on the field. But I think I may be looking forward to the halftime show, Branson, more actually than I am the actual football game. Well, just because... Not because I even think Bad Bunny was a good choice. Honestly, I'm not sure he was the greatest choice, but there's no denying that he's one of the biggest stars in the world. And after what he said on Sunday when he made the anti-ICE skill / political comments, I'm really curious if he's going to say something. If he's going
to say something. Yes, he's going to say something.
That's why I want to watch.
Anytime there is a lot of eyes on an event and there's a celebrity in it and they have a voice and a microphone, they will say something.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know what the Grammy did ratings-wise, but I promise you that the Super Bowl will have exponentially more people watching. So if you want to make a statement, it's just because it's the Super Bowl, right?
It's Bad Bunny. This guy, when it's someone that's so internationally loved, Bad Bunny, and, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know any Bad Bunny songs. Do you know any Bad Bunny?
No.
I don't know.
Not by name, no.
I don't know any songs, but I think he's a funny guy. He's got some great acting chops on him.
Oh, does he ever?
He was in the WWE for some time.
Right.
And this guy put everything, blood, sweat, and tears into the business.
Right. He was good, right?
And I respected the hell out of him.
I remember hearing, it's interesting to hear you say that. I remember hearing wrestlers talk about him too, and they were really impressed by him.
Mark Henry calls him the best celebrity wrestler of all time.
That's pretty good considering all the celebrities that have been involved with WWE. He heck of a showman. So I think it's going to be an entertaining performance. A lot of people have speculated, Branson, who, these have become all about cameos to a large degree. So does he bring anybody out? They were even betting odds.
He didn't reveal anything.
No, he did not.
Today, during the press conference.
They asked him about it.
Yeah.
They did, and, as if he was going to kind of spill the beans. That wasn't going to happen, but you can even literally bet on these things. The favorite cameo is Cardi B.
Why Cardi B?
They have a hit song together.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. And we know she's going to be there because Cardi B is with Stephon Diggs, who was a star on the Patriots.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It seems to make a lot of sense.
But why is this only negative 200 odds? So if you risk $200, you win $100. That should be like negative.
No, so hold on. So minus means you have to risk that amount. So risk 200 to win 100, right?
Right.
Forgive me if that's exactly what you just said.
No, you're good.
Is that
You're
what you
good.
just said? That I just corrected him and he was
200, win
exactly
100.
right.
Right. So if you risk 1,000, then what would that be?
So you risk 1,000, you'll win 500 if he brings Cardi out. But say like, okay, Travis Scott, for instance, if you were to risk $1,000 on Travis Scott, you win 4,000 if he's the one. Yeah.
Well, there is no way Travis Scott is coming out.
I don't
do they
think
have
so.
songs together? I don't know. But here's the deal. Jennifer Lopez is plus 500 here.
Let me tell. Okay, here's why Jennifer Lopez is interesting. A few years ago, you may remember J-Lo and who the heck was it? Oh my God, Shakira halftime show. That's what I can get behind, by the way.
Why is that?
But,
are you the same?
we're almost out of time here. Yeah. Oh, they just love great performers.
Yeah.
You know who they brought out?
They brought
out Bad Bunny. So does Bad Bunny maybe repay the favor?
She's begging for it.
Probably.
She is begging.
Plus 500. Yep.
And she said, let me come over for dinner.
Right.
She couldn't even sell out her stadium.
Right.
She needs this.
So bet $100 on J-Lo. You win 500 back.
Wow. I'm doing parlays on Sunday.
Okay.
I'm the parlay king.
It's fun.
I don't know anything about NFL. I don't know anything about football. I really don't. But I have had a really good streak before. But the last time I did it, I lost 11 times in a row. So this is my time for redemption.
What? That's really impressive. Actually,
Patrick Mahomes let me down in the last one. It was
Patrick.
It was three passing yards that he let me down by.
Oh, when you lose, you rather lose by 100 yards because when it's so close, it's a killer. I won a bet last week or the week before by half of a yard or 1 yard.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was like, I don't know, it's like, say, 48 and a half yards this player needed, and he had 49 yards.
I'm telling you, man, I don't know how it goes over there. I know that they're not supposed to be insider trading. But here's the deal. When I watch college basketball and there's some kid on the court who has to shoot, I don't know, 33 points and I pick the over because he's always getting the over, and then all of a sudden he gets 32 and then he dribbles it out at the end of the game. This is
a big thing. No, it's a real legit thing right now. There are NBA players and a former NBA coach who are basically being accused of doing things like that.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Man, I have lost a lot of cash. But that's okay, because I'm going to go back into it. Prize Picks.
Right. You win next time. Prize Picks a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've been doing a sponsorship with Prize Picks for a few weeks during the NFL playoffs. A lot of fun. You kind of bet on the individual performances. I got too excited there.
Right. This podcast is not even sponsored.
No, not
by
even
them
by. I just like it.
I've won on Prize Picks
it's
before.
Fun.
Let's go to the comments. Sam, if you could bring up our comments, please. I'm ready to go home, man.
Yeah, are you tired? Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah, we're getting. It's a lot of talking and.
All right, Nancy Guthrie. These comments. So the Shannon comments. 3 ransom notes sent to 3 outlets on the same morning, wanting the same amount in the same place they want it sent, but they don't they don't think all 3 are real. That makes sense. So but that's the thing, is that how would these other 2 get a hold of that same Bitcoin address? That's kind of confusing. I don't know if that's accurate.
Right. Yeah, I think the reality is that nobody has released their notes because nobody wants to compromise the investigation, and we don't know what the other 2 are, and vice versa.
Right. I do not know how to say this. Chiquitel Vidge says,
better than I could have done.
Gut wrenching. She's 84 years old,
right.
For goodness sake. Yeah, the stress alone could have done something horrible to her already, and that's really sad to think about. David, the alleged ransom note reminds me in 2007 when the Virginia tech shooter sent a package to NBC News after the shooting. Oh, wow. I was only 7 years old back then, so I don't remember.
Oh, I hate you, Brad.
Everyone says that.
How old was I let me see, 2007, 83, 17.
How old are you now? Can you say it on there?
I am 42 years
42?
old.
42? Okay. I'm
26.
26.
I got a birthday coming up, too.
Really?
26. Enjoy it. It goes so fast.
When's your birthday?
February 18th.
Okay, I'm April 20th.
Are you?
20.
Really? There.
Yeah.
Good one.
WrestleMania Day,
Good
actually.
one. There
It
we
was
go.
Perfect for me.
Yeah. You're destined from the start.
It's a birthday tradition now. Super Bowl, Davin Lewis Pro. Let's go, Pats. No, we ain't negotiating. I live here in New York. Are you a Pats fan?
Nah, I'm a New York Giants fan. So Davin ain't gonna be happy with me because the Giants beat the Patriots
So you're going
twice.
Seahawks then, maybe?
No, I got no beef with the Patriots.
So either one.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
happy. I just want my bets to. I want to win my bets.
Right away. There's actually a square game we're playing here on the.
Oh yeah, are you in?
No, I got to make sure.
No
I do that.
skill
I gotta
required.
make
Buy
sure I
a
do that.
square if you work at TMZ.
I need that. That few $100 is going to
$1,000 prize
Oh,
with the final. 500 for all first 3 quarters.
oh man. Poll: who will Bad Bunny bring on stage, if any? Cardi B 50%, other 33%. Rosalia.
I gotta be honest.
17%.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know who that is. I don't even know who Ra
Probably
Alejandro
exposing
is
myself
either.
here. Yeah. Massive stars. I was just kidding.
I barely know who
Massive
Cardi B is,
stars. Yeah.
to be honest with you. I know her behind.
We're gonna find out. I'm really curious. I'm looking forward to this halftime show. I legit mean it.
All right. On that note, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the 4th annual TMZ podcast
Yes.
afternoon edition. Come back tomorrow morning where we break the news in the morning, of course, and then later in the afternoon we will update you on whatever comes out next. Thank you, everybody.
I guess.